It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the 49ers and the silver and black. And it comes your way next on Madden NFL 25.
Now, from the home of the Raiders since 2020, we're inside the spectacular Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson. Or should I say Dean Olson, because tight end U doesn't happen without you. And we've got a great matchup here. We've got two of the best at your position in the current game right now.
And Mike, when I came into the league, almost 20 years ago, there was a handful of really elite tight ends. But doesn't it just seem, especially over these last couple years, every single team, at least the ones that make their mark and find themselves in the playoffs competing for Super Bowls, have a legitimate #1 threat at the tight end position. It almost feels like if you don't have a tight end, your offense is missing a key piece. I know I'm biased, but at tight end U, man, we make no mistake about it. We think we are the most important position in football, and you're not going to convince me otherwise.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The 49ers offense set to get to work for the first time. Led out by the last pick in the draft in 2022. Iowa State's Brock Purdy at quarterback.
Mr. Irrelevant. Well, I think it's safe to say, Mike, he has been anything but irrelevant since arriving in the NFL, and he is living proof. It doesn't matter if you're drafted first overall or, in his case, with the very last pick. What does matter is what you do with the opportunity once it's given to you. Nothing real flashy about his game. He simply gets the job done, and that's exactly what his team is counting on him today over these next 60 minutes.
He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Second down and 8. Shotgun snap to Purdy. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
On third down, it's Purdy. And that is incomplete. Trying to get it to Christian McCaffrey out of the backfield. And it's going to be fourth down.
The most important stat, Mike, to determine wins and losses in the NFL is clearly turnover differential, your ability to protect the ball and on defense, take the ball away. And for any offense, that's even more critical when you have the ball on your side of the field.
A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. The Raiders offense set to take over for the first time. And leading them, Greg, the veteran out of West Virginia, it's Geno Smith.
You just can't say enough about Geno and his turnaround over the last couple years, Mike. Many thought he was destined to just be a career backup and just play out the rest of his career. And when things didn't play out at first, instead of just listening to those doubters, he just kept working on his craft. And next thing you know, he gets an opportunity with a new team, makes the most of it, and he's now solidified himself as a bona fide franchise quarterback in this league.
And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be second down. They'll stick with him again. And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. And a nice run there on 1st down, getting 8. setting up 2nd and 2. Off the play fake, it's Smith. Got a man downfield, it's Thomas. They get 18 on that one. Good for a Raider first down.
Mike, I can't tell you how many corner routes I caught throughout my career, and there's really an art to it. At the top of the break, you have to give the quarterback what they call an indicator step. That's your cut where you set your angle, and then once that ball's out, go chase it down, and in this case, he's able to pick up the first down.
And a nice gain there on first down. He takes it forward for 8 yards.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
On 2nd down, Smith. He's got the Golden Domer. That's Mykel. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the shotgun, Smith. And he will score. Smith, touchdown Raiders. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Daniel Carlson on to attempt the extra point. His kick is good, and the Raiders will take a 7-0 lead. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. He'll start at the 4. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The 49ers offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. That's caught. Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
And he'll take this up to the 48-yard line. It was Jeremy Chin that time up to make the stop. Here's a 2nd and 9. Purdy going to give this one to McCaffrey. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the gun, it's Purdy. Right back to Kittle. That's another one. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Now whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost him 5. On 2nd down, Purdy. He'll find his open man. That's Brandon Ayuk.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the 1st quarter. 7-0 is our score. And we're back in Vegas after this. Good drive to this point. Now can you convert on 3rd and 3? Here's Purdy again. He finds his big receiver. That's Jennings.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Back to the air is Purdy. He's got his big tight end, George Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
Moody's extra point is good. And the 49ers will level things out at 7 apiece. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. To return, Tyreek McAllister. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense about ready to get going on their second possession. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Handoff here, up the middle, and he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down.
All week long, they stress, Mike, that we have to get as many defenders to this ball carrier as possible. They know he's going to make some guys miss. He's going to be hard to get on the ground, but you can see the effect of rallying to the ball as it had here. They're able to take him down, and they're able to do it for a loss.
Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he's able to gain yardage out of this one before he slides.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. Back deep for the Niners, Jacob Cowling. A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. So here's Brock Purdy and this 49ers offense heading back onto the field. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. Open receiver, the former Gator, it's Ricky Pearsall. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a 1st down.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level, and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
They'll give to McCaffrey on the option. And that'll get the penalty yardage back. He gains 5 to set up 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. That's into the hands of the fullback. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
A couple of 1st downs, and the football's out to the 48-yard line as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. That's caught by McCaffrey. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense. And They've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
They need two. Here's Purdy. Able to complete it to Ayuk. And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that third down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
Good decision by the quarterback. In this situation, all you're looking to do is have a positive play. He decides to pull it, and that's exactly what he's able to do.
They'll come up here on second down and 5. A run here with McCaffrey. And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. And Landon Roberts in there on the tackle. Two minutes to play. First half, all tied at 7. We'll return to Las Vegas after this. They'll come up to third and 3. Throwing is Purdy. A toss left side, caught by his running back.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Here's first and 10. So Kittle comes in motion. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. Again, it's Purdy. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
A couple of third down conversions already on this drive. This one tougher. This is third and 10. They'll throw again with Purdy. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. It is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game. And they're knocking on the door here, first and goal. And at the very least, got to come away with some points.
This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is first and goal. He's got it at the 3. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
I think the rest of those receivers in the huddle have all come to the realization that they might not be getting a target anytime soon. And frankly, I don't blame them. I mean, they're riding the hot hand, and rightfully so. Until this defense proves that they can stop him in the passing game, I expect the quarterback to just continue to go back to him time and time again.
To throw once more, it's Purdy. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
3rd and goal. Purdy. He puts it up, and it's caught. Brandon Ayuk. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
On is Moody to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the 49ers will move out to a 14-7 lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Here's McAllister to return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Raiders offense going to get it one final time in this first half. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. Gino to throw. That's caught. It's the tight end, Brock Bowers. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Smith. A throw on the move is caught. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
On 1st down, here's Gino to throw. That's caught left side by Bowers. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. On now, Daniel Carlson to try the field goal. This about as short as you can get. Carlson's kick is good. And the Raiders are back within 4 at 14-10.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Three seconds, all that remain in this first half, as that one's away. A couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Michael, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the Halftime Report. The second half, straight ahead. Time to get back to it. And for the call, let's rejoin Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. On the return is Dylan Laube. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Now, Gino. That's to the right side and caught by Bowers.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. In motion is Myers. And the back judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game. Following the penalty, they'll run it. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
From the shotgun, it's Smith. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. It's a pickup of 13 yards. 1st down, Vegas.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they don't necessarily even have to see the running back in the check down. They can just feel him. It allows them to keep their eyes downfield, allow their tight ends and wide receivers to continue to work open. In this case, nice job by the quarterback getting that ball in his hands and letting him do the rest after the catch.
Here's a run going left, and he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll turn and hand this one off. He's got it. That's a 1st down at the cross midfield and down to the 47-yard line. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump? So, a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. From the shotgun, Smith. Over the middle. That's the tight end, Bowers. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down. Second and a yard. To the right side, hauled in by Myers. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4. Now a give on the ground, and no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. On the toss, they'll run. It is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Gino. That is caught. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation. And that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front. And he's in. Touchdown, Vegas. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Carlson now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Raiders move out to a 3-point edge, 17-14. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. This is fielded inside the 5. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's Christian McCaffrey and the 49ers offense coming back onto the field. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and they've made him a real weapon in the passing game. First and 10. Purdy going to keep this one himself. And no place to go, no place to hide. He's taken down behind the line.
The key to running the read option, Mike, is that the timing has to be just right. If it's too slow getting going, a lot of the times defenders can get in the backfield and cause havoc. And that's exactly what happened here.
So they go backwards on first down. Here's 2nd and 13. Here's Purdy making the read and keeping it. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
So Kittle comes in motion. 3rd down. Purdy. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
The 49ers out for the punt, as he's on to punt for the 2nd time. And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The Raiders offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. Linebacker Fred Warner brings him down. Second and 7. Here's Gino. He'll look over the middle and find his running back. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. To throw is Smith. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete. Trying to get it to his tight end, Brock Bowers. And it'll be 2nd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Checking it down, this one is caught, and they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. On 2nd down, Smith. That's a short one, caught by Bowers. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
Up the middle they go. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Now Smith. He's got the tight end there. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with 1st and goal.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
To throw, here's Smith. This one caught at the 4. And they'll get this down to the 3, but no further. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. They'll run. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Touchdown, Las Vegas. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Now Carlson to add the extra point. It's up and through. And the Raiders go up by 10. 24-14 is their lead. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. The return starts from the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Niners offense ready to get back at it. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. Out of the gun. It's Purdy. That's into the hands of Pearsall on the right side. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
This hasn't been his best game by any means, but what I really like, Mike, is regardless of the score, regardless of the time of the game, he is out there battling. He's doing everything in his power to chip away and see if he can get his team back in this game here in the 4th quarter. They've got to find a way to capitalize in this drive. Continue to cut into that deficit. Every possession is critical. Take advantage when you have the ball.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. Throwing the out route, Ayuk has it.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. throwing again is Purdy. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Purdy now on 3rd and 2. Able to complete it to Ayuk. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Okay, so now you pick up that first down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the two needed.
And he will score! Game on! George Kittle! Touchdown, 49ers! That is second touchdown of the afternoon. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3, a field goal here in the 4th quarter. So they've cut into the lead, now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. Here's McAllister to return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground, and not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
On 2nd down, it's Gino. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the second half, and that's only his 2nd incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
Fair catch made here, and the drive will start at the 23-yard line. The Niners offense and Brock Purdy headed back on the field for their next possession. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. This is 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Purdy. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. 2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. They'll drop to throw. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a first down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
To throw on first down is Purdy. That's caught by McCaffrey. And he's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. Here comes second down. So Kittle comes in motion. Purdy now on second down. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a first down.
And now we're at the point of the game, Mike, where someone has to step up and make a play. That's exactly what this quarterback and his receiver did. It gives them now a fresh set of downs and a chance to go down and make this game very interesting.
First and 10. Purdy. Right back to Kittle. That's another one. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
To throw once more, it's Purdy. That's over the middle to Kittle. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. A good spot here, second and a yard. Here's Purdy again. Oh, and a pressure there. He can't get a throwaway, and he's taken down.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive, and what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
The Niners will use their third and final timeout, and they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. So, Jake Moody on in this big situation. This to potentially send us to overtime. So now out comes the field goal unit in this pressure spot. This one he's got to have. This one is on target, and it is good. They have tied things up here in the final minute.
And that's just a big-time kick right there. I mean, think about all the things running through this kicker's head. He knows if he misses it, this game's over. But he's cool. He's calm. He steps up, takes a deep breath, and he knocks it through to extend this game.
So, not much time remaining to get something started. All tied here, late fourth as the kickoff comes. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. They'll come up for 1st and 10. They go play action with Smith. Oh, the pressure too much. He goes down. Four quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Niners offense headed back to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Purdy. That's taken in by Jennings. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Here's 2nd and 6. On the zone read, a give to Garendo. That one never got started. Too much defensive pressure. They dropped him in the backfield.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
Third down. Purdy. He finds his big receiver. That's Jennings. Well, they hook up again. 2nd time on this drive. And this one's good for 18 yards and a 1st down.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch. But I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
McCaffrey now from the pistol. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
On 2nd down, Purdy. This one caught by the back, out of the backfield. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
He'll go underneath here, the running back out of the backfield. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Mike, you've heard me say it 1,000 times. The easiest down to throw the ball in the NFL is first down. I hate when teams wait till later in the possession to throw the ball. So early first down completion, you're on the plus side of the field. Now you're thinking strike, touchdown, field goal. But either way, I'm coming away with points.
Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay. Purdy works out of the pistol. Taking off.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Here's 2nd and 9. Slot receiver headed right. Throwing on 2nd down is Purdy. Open man is Jennings. And he's in. Jawan Jennings. Touchdown, San Francisco.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown. But sometimes just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get an underneath completion. That's exactly what the quarterback does here, takes what the defense gives them, and when you have a playmaker like that on the outside, they can do the rest with their feet after the catch, and the end result is still a touchdown.
Don't forget about the extra point here. This, an important one. The kick is good. So an ideal start to this overtime. And now it's up to the defense to preserve a 7-point lead. So, thanks to that recent rule change, still the chance to extend this game and match that opening overtime score as they receive the kickoff here. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Now a first throw here in overtime. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Smith. He's going to let this one go deep. That is caught! Wow, out of bounds, inside the 10. It's 1st and goal. A huge play there in overtime. It covers 63 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
They've got it at the 8, 1st down and goal. From the gun, it's Gino. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, Man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the...
And they have done it! Matching touchdowns here in OT. And now they'll have a chance to win with a 2-point conversion. They could have tried for the win. Instead, they'll go for one to extend the game. And an exhale there. Extra point is good. Now, next score wins as we play on here in overtime. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. This one taken at the 7. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. Here's the San Francisco offense, ready to take possession of the ball once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
1st and 10 for Purdy. He's got the tight end, Luke Farrell. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
So, Jake Moody on in this big situation. This one to win it in overtime. So now, a big spot coming here. This one he's gotta have. This kick is good. He got it. It took overtime, but they will walk off the field with the victory. So a win here for our visitors, the 49ers. This was a close-fought game. They were able to get themselves into field goal range here at OT. And the final kick sailed through the uprights to finally close out this victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.